Solar energy is the best form of renewable energy, and today we're in conversation with Mr. Chiranjeev Singh, the MD of Premier Energies. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you. Yes.
Likewise.
And heartiest congratulations for the IPO. It's
Thank
a
you so
beautiful
much.
journey. So, how's been your journey like?
Yeah, so it's been a very long journey. The company Premier Energies was founded in 1995. This was founded by my father, who's the chairman of the company, Surendrapal Singh Saluja. At that time, he was in the business of manufacturing hand pumps, and he used to supply these hand pumps into rural villages. And that is where he saw the need for access to electricity to these villages, and said, let's set up solar manufacturing. He liked the idea because there was no raw material required. The raw material was sunlight, and he thought this to be a great mix in the energy space, and founded Premier Energies in 1995. So in 1995, we got into solar product manufacturing, like solar lanterns, street lights, home lights. For the first 4 years, it was a very emotional journey for all of us because we electrified close to 1 million homes in India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. These were houses which had never seen electricity in their lives. We could see the impact which was being created when we saw that the solar lanterns were used by children to study, or by a fruit cart vendor who gets 2 or 3 additional hours of business because he's got a solar lamp on his fruit cart. I had joined the company in 1997, and 1999 we got into module manufacturing. That was 25 years ago. So we always wanted to get into backward integration. So 1999 was module, 2010 was cell manufacturing. That was 14 years ago. Solar cell is the raw material which goes into making the solar module. 2021 was an important year in the history of the company, when we had, after meeting several private equity funds, we zeroed on GEF Capital. GEF Capital was earlier called the Global Environment Fund, and it is an ESG focused fund. We saw a lot of synergies to work with them. They were early investors in Greenco, early investors in the Reva electric car. They understood our business space, and that's how we partnered with them. And they infused 177 crores in the company at that time. And here we are with a 2 gigawatt of cell operational capacity and almost a 4.13 gigawatt of module. So we are the second largest player today in the Indian market in the integrated space. And yeah, that's where we are today.
Super. So, can you give what is the object of the IPO? Can you give details?
So the plan and the object of the IPO was to set up a greenfield 4 gigawatt solar cell and 4 gigawatt solar module manufacturing facility. This is going to be a state-of-the-art TOPCon cell manufacturing and module manufacturing facility. The total capex for this project is 3,400 crores. Close to about 1,000 crores in this is coming from the primary raise of 1,291 crores. The rest is the debt from IREDA. IREDA is the Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency. We have been associated with them for 25 years now, and they are financing the capex debt for the project.
And how do you intend to use the proceeds?
So it's for setting up this greenfield facility. This is coming up 45 minutes from the Hyderabad airport, and this will take us from 2 gigawatt cell where we are in today to a 7 gigawatt of cell manufacturing, and from a 4 gigawatt module to an 8 gigawatt of module manufacturing. So the proceeds are going into expansion of cell and module manufacturing. And then we also want to go further into backward integration, that is to manufacture silicon wafers. For this also we have tied up with a large international player. We are setting up a 2 gigawatt wafering facility to start with in India, and then get into ingot manufacturing too.
Super. So we understand the solar cells are the building blocks of the whole sustainable revolution. So can you give us an overview how it's going to revolutionize the coming years?
Yes. So I think the solar cell in the entire value chain, the solar cell is one of the very complex product which requires a lot of technology, a lot of know-how, a lot of process and experience. We take pride that we are in this industry for 14 years in cell manufacturing now, apart from being in the module for 25 years. And the industry is working always to improve efficiencies. Higher efficiency only means that you require lesser space on your rooftop, or you could generate more power in that lesser space. And this is only possible with high efficiency, and that's what we are all working on.
Sure. And how are you leveraging the tech piece?
So we work very closely with partners in Germany, in Korea, in China. We are always ahead of the technology curve. What we are launching now is the TopCon cell, and we continue to invest in the latest technologies.
Okay, and what's your roadmap for next 5 years?
So for the next 5 years, we want to be an important player in the solar manufacturing space. Today, we are the second largest, as I told you. We also exporting to the US. Almost 99% of the exports of solar cells which have gone to the US last year were from our factory, which clearly demonstrates the high quality and high efficiency cells which we sell to US module manufacturers who use our cells to make modules in the US.
Okay. And what is the kind of government support you're getting?
So government has been very, very encouraging in the entire manufacturing space. We have seen very, very clear push from the government, that's the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and the Prime Minister Modi ji on Atmanirbhar and Make in India. This is a great story. It is growing very well. I think it's an ultra bullish story that manufacturing is going to be very robust and a lot of capacity is going to come.
Super. So, what's your leadership mantra?
Leadership mantra is to value the people who work for you. We are one of the very few companies in India which has an ESOP trust. So 191 employees of our company out of 1400 are shareholders. We continue to invest in people, continue to share wealth with people, and I think that's where you could get the best talent.
Super. Your final words for the budding entrepreneurs.
So I think most important is to understand the value of governance, ethics in business, and in the long term, this really pays off. In our case, we find that we could make great relationships with our customers just by being honest, transparent with them, and continue to take risks, because only risk would get you a reward. But yes, of course, the risks have to be calculated, and the focus has to be on sustainability. The fund which also came into, which invested in us, was a ESG focused fund. We invest a lot on sustainability. We are the only facility in India which is doing solar cells and modules, which is LEED gold rated by US Green Building Council. And we recycle 100% of our water and reuse 91% of this. What is let out is sludge, which goes into the cement industry, so we are zero waste. We don't let out any hazardous waste or chemical outside our plant.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you, and wish you a fantastic run at
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.